Christian Fischer's going to play tonight, we're all assuming, and I'm wondering if you can just share with us your expectations of him, given what he's accomplished in the AHL.
Well, he's been a really good player down there. He's a young player again that's earned his chance to play here. He had a pretty good training camp. It went down to Tucson, and he had a good start. He broke his thumb and missed a couple of weeks, and then took some time getting back, but is up and going and has been a real good player for them and deserves a call-up. And I like his work ethic. I like how hard he plays. He's hard on the puck, so looking forward for good things from him.
His size also, he spoke about that with us. He considers that one of his major assets. Do you agree?
Very much so. He's might not be the tallest guy around, but he's a thick guy. He plays a heavy game. So, and his puck skills are real strong. So I'm interested to see what he can do. I'm sure he'll be excited to play.
The pro game looks like it's been the right call for him, Dave. But how seriously did you guys consider sending him back to junior at the outset?
Well, we talked a lot about the whole situation and what would give him the best chance to be an NHL player the soonest. And the one factor that came down to the decision was we thought he had a chance to play pro games this year, play NHL games this year. And if we would have sent him back to junior, he wouldn't have been able to do that, right? So he wanted to go to the American League, him personally, and his people he talks with. He's strong enough, big enough. I mean, the physical part of it wasn't a concern for us. Maturity-wise wasn't a concern. But in the end, we thought that his game had come far enough that we saw him being a depth player for us and playing games, and here we are, and this is the way it's turned out. So he's earned that right to be an NHL player, and tonight it'll start.
Like Perlini, he comes in with confidence, Dave, that arc of going down and working your way up and feeling like, hey, I deserve this, I feel good.
Very much so, and you got to remember, like these are young players that are, you know, you see the young stars of the game, they're 2, 3, 4 years in, right? These guys, the quicker you can get those years underneath them, the sooner they become those players that are not just young players in the NHL, but really good players. They start to turn into core players. So that's the situation we're in. We need these young players to come along as quick as possible. And, you know, some of them will take longer than others, but we've got to try to fast track as many as we can.
Is it tough, that balance of not rushing them and finding when they're ready and who's ready and
it's a very
good
tough,
situation?
a very tough balance, and you're trying to balance your veteran players with chemistry on your team. But the one thing a young player can do is exactly what Perlini did or exactly what Fischer did. They go down and earn the right to play, be an NHL player. And ultimately what those players have to do is they have to come up and knock somebody out of a job. And a guy like Perlini's come up and he's made it so we can't take him out of the lineup. Krause has played well, we can't take him out of the lineup. Chychrun has played really well, so those aren't options. Those guys have played themselves into the lineup. And you know, a guy like Fischer will get that same opportunity. If
Duclair hadn't struggled, Dave, and needed this reset, do you think that Fischer would have had that spot? Are those two moves tied together at all?
Well, it's an opportunity with Duclair down. It's an opportunity to look at Fischer, right? So I wouldn't say that they're matched identically, but with Duclair going down, it opened up a spot there.
Yeah. How will you keep tabs on how he's doing down there and monitor?
I'll watch every game. Watch every game. We'll go watch him next weekend at the break.
We talked to him about the mindset in the first game. A player might be, you know, trying to not make a mistake, but he said the message from you guys, management, yourself, was to play your game, and especially because he has the confidence coming from Tucson. So is that what you expect from him?
That's very much so, and there will be some jitters the first shift. I mean, every hockey player in the world dreams of playing their first game in the NHL, and it's a lasting memory. Everybody that's done it has that memory. So there'll be some jitters, but ultimately he's playing with so much confidence right down there right now. I think he jumps in, the jitters will subside in a hurry, and I think he'll just play. So if he can do that, I think he'll be a good player for us.